This video is brought to you in partnership with F1 Clash Tips and Tricks on Facebook. Go search them and join the group to get all your number one hints, tips and tricks for F1 Clash. So you might have remembered when you first logged on to the game this season, you was shown this screen. Gone was fuel from 2022 and we move into a power unit era of F1 Clash. So we now have a battery, kind of like ERS, that now is in our mode. So the faster you go, the more it reduces. The slower you go, the faster it increases. So it's always about finding the balance and where and how to conserve it the very best. So I'm going to bring you a video now of some gameplay that I created and found that this was the best way for me to manage my power unit. So let's get the official FAQ on how the power unit bar works from within the game. So it refers to how much your car power has. So the power unit bar starts at 70% at the start of the race and recharges at varying rates depending on the engine mode. In the neutral engine mode, the bar recharges at moderate, providing a steady power recharge. If you're in power save engine mode, it recharges faster, but using the fast engine mode, it depletes a lot quicker, as we just mentioned. As long as the power bar unit is not empty, switching to fast mode boosts the car's speed and increases the chances of overtaking. When it reaches 0, it means you've run out of power and it will switch to neutral and disable until you get at least 5%. You can find your power unit bar in your car setup. So if you increased one of these parts, for example, you can see I get an extra +2 power unit, which will basically help the power unit deplete slower or increase potentially quicker. Now we also do have boosts in the game as well, and they do impact your recharge rate. So you can see here, we've got a power unit of +10, so it gives you +10 stats on your power unit. So if you're struggling to manage it, you can also look at using a boost. So let's look at a race that I did in Spain, and what I noticed was you don't tend to lose too much speed on the straights when you're conserving, and what you'll find is your battery will basically gain a lot more during the straights rather than the corners. So my strategy or go-to strategy will be conserving potentially on the straight as much as I can. So you can see Hamilton 82%, 80s, conserves down a little bit of straight and gets a few percent back. Now, you don't lose speed. You can see the car didn't change speed, but we gained a few percentage. Now, down to this straight, we'll boost in, we'll cut down. You can see that battery power unit coming flying back up, and we're back at 84%. Now, what we're doing is we're boosting into the straight a little bit, conserving to gain the power unit back, and then before we hit the corner, we're moving back up to medium so that our car then pushes a bit on again and carries on. So again, look, you can see that battery coming back up, battery, power unit, ERS, whatever you want to call it. And this is the best way that I find. This can be done on any track with a bit of a straight. You can start to target conserving. Obviously, you want to use your power unit to be overtaking and defending. If you're defending, it is hard to defend if you are second at the power. So you want to be preempting what your opponent does. If you're overtaking, well, it's pretty easy. You just attack and you will get by. But we're still looking at saving battery again. I mean, Hamilton now, look, we've saved lap 7 and we're up to 90%. Verstappen will do the same again. Conserve, put onto a medium boost and back down the straight. We've got 1 lap to go. You can see Verstappen will boost a little bit and conserve again. So you can see that battery quickly going back up, and it's up nearly 6-7%, even 8% by the time it gets to the line of the first corner. And that's massive. That's an extra bit of boost, a few seconds of boost to propel from your teammate. And this is what I'll repeat in. Again, look, gaining about 5-6% on that small straight, and we've set up to be a pretty good finish. But that's my take on how I believe it is best to save battery and power unit every single race. So that is what I have found the best tactic to be in F1 Clash for using your power unit. You obviously want to use it to be overtaken as much as you can, but sometimes if you're in the lead, if you're in a train of cars but your opponent is behind, get that conserving done early so that when the AI or the rival does push, you can defend as best as you can. Now give me a go, let him know how you get on with that one. Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like the video as well, and I'll see you in the next hint and tip.